G'day there mates, my name is Mr. Magilla-cutti and welcome back once again to my channel. Today we will be continuing our story of Dark Cloud on the PlayStation 4 system, originally for the PlayStation 2. So in a previous episode we went through some more floors of the Gallery of Time and found out more about Cedar's past, including how the Black Demon was born from the grief that he felt. Grief, bitterness, hatred that he felt when he lost Sophia, and that is what gave rise to the Black Demon. So in today's episode we are going to be taking on a bit of a challenge because the next 5 floors are going to be limited floors. Yep, 5 in a row. They are going to be limited to all your allies. So Zhao, Goro, Ruby, Gaga, and Osmond, you'll be playing as them on each floor in order. Yeah, I forgot to set the timer again. Yeah, well, I'll set it in a couple of minutes. And we're going to be being tested on that to see whether or not we've been paying attention to them. Now, before I begin, I actually am going to show off a couple of weapons here that I'm going to build up. So, Heaven's Cloud here can be built up into the Dark Cloud. Yes, it's always named after the name of the game. So, let's do that. And here we have the Dark Cloud. Scary, ain't it? Now, there's one more upgrade for the Dark Cloud here. As you can see, and it's going to require quite a bit. Well, not too much, but it still requires a bit. Get into that later. And finally, we got Goro here. We're going to upgrade his, just a sec. I'm gonna leave that there. Just trying to figure something else I can put in there. Just put one more fire because I'm gonna need it for his next weapon. Upgrade this, and then finally we are gonna build it up into Satan's axe. Gotta handle a level 5 when it comes to design. Okay, we've got Satan's axe here. Axe used by dreadful Satan of Hell. Poor bit of wording, but then again, English localization was never that good back then. Okay, now I got one more gem I was going to put in here. Here we are, a Paradox. And finally, I also decided to do up Ngaga's Mirage here since I haven't been using it much. Now, that being said, I have a confession to make, guys. I actually done 2 previous recordings of this. The first one, I ended up dying to a ram dasher, or whatever they're called, when I was playing as Goro. And in my second recording, I forgot to hit the record button again after I turned it off. So, yeah, egg on my face. Just gonna do something here real quick, cause there's gonna be enemies on this floor that are only weak to holy. As a matter of fact, every enemy is weak to holy. So I want to change that around quick. Now, again, I'm definitely gonna be going back and forth between every character's weapons because I want to try and bring down some of these weapons. Sorry, so there's someone who won't listen to the rules. We said no smoking in the house. Sorry. Okay, take these 2 bats down and then and on a side note, in the previous recording I was mentioning trying to do a short clip of building up everyone's weapons, but the problem with that now is I pretty much used up a lot of the money I had because, as you saw, I had about 50k coins, Now I'm down to 14k. 14k. That was because I was spending it on gems for Ngaka to fill up his barrage, because I was doing very poorly. Come on, don't stop this now. Doing very poorly in my previous recording session. Everything was just a mess. But I just don't know. And again, the commentary is going to be a bit. Not going to have much of it since I don't know what I want to talk about. Yada yada. But as soon as I get onto this medical services talking about, I'm just going to see if they can help me to provide me with a capture card so I can start doing recordings on other consoles. Well, other consoles, because I'm going to do recordings on one more console, which will be my Nintendo Switch. Now, there is a game on there that can actually be played on the PlayStation, but the problem with that is basically the version I'm playing on the Switch is a bit better than the one on the PlayStation. At least I don't think it is. But other than that, with the capture card, I can do recordings that are longer than 60 minutes, which when it comes to RPGs, I'm going to have to be doing something for that long. Now, I also said that I might be doing other games other than RPGs, because with RPGs they do take a very long time to do it, complete and find everything, etc, etc. But I think it's just because I want to do games that have a good story to them. Ooh, that was close. Oh, Billy self-destructed. Okay. But yeah. I just lost my train of thought, guys. But actually, I think I might start talking about stuff that, if level 5, well, if Sony does give level 5 the permission they need to remake the entire game again, I think these are my thoughts of what I like for character of development for each character here. So, Zhao here, well, we all know that she is she was a cat that transformed into a human, as you see some of the cat aspects of her. Oh, stop blocking me. And so, I think for her personality, I think like she's very, I'm not sure what word I'd use, but she doesn't really like to fight that much, but she will be willing to protect her master, which is Torn, and is very affectionate towards her master, as any cat would be, but as romantic wise, I wouldn't know. But maybe she could be, but again, I don't really know. Because cats can be affectionate creatures if showed enough love and caring. And they can be ferocious if... Damn it. But yeah, she's a bit affectionate towards her master, but when it comes to some of the other characters, she is a bit wary of them, like cats would tend to be, like... I don't know, like... I'm just not really good at describing what things would be, but yeah, like more affectionate towards the master Torn, but more wary around the other characters, like just trying to figure out a relationship between the other characters. come on, would you stop blocking? Jesus. But that's where she would definitely love to nibble down on like fish and all that. So like, say there's a cutscene like Torn's doing a bit of fishing and he pulls out a fish. I think Shao would definitely be on that like flies of honey. Or just really in general show any cat-like aspects like chasing butterflies, just taking a nap somewhere warm and sunny, and I don't know. But that's just my opinion on how I think Zhao is. Alrighty, on to the next one. Now we're going to play as Gora here. The next thing, thanks, it's going to come in handy. Now, I'm still going to try and rank up the Last Judgment Hammer. Yeah, it's these rash dashes that KO'd me in the previous recording session. On my finest moment. Now, as for Goro, I don't know, I think we saw a bit of his personality before, like, he wants to be the strongest hunter, but his opinion on strong is not depending on others. I mean, like, someone would do a kind act of service for him, all that, but Goro just doesn't know how to act towards it. Like, he is grateful that someone's done something for him, but he just doesn't show it and all that stuff. Oh, damn dragon. These things. But yeah, Goro, he is grateful for stuff that the other characters show towards him, but just doesn't really show it as often. Because he tries to maintain this strong hunter persona and all that, like, that he thinks that a hunter should not have to show weakness and all that. But even the strongest hunter can show a bit of weakness. Because I think despite it all, despite the fact that he says he hates his father or leave him alone like that, that he still wants to, still admires him and wants to be as strong as him, like independently strong. But he still just doesn't quite understand what it means to be strong, like what true strength is and all that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think of something else to say about him, but I know I got a bit of an active imagination, but when it comes to building characters and all that, right, I forgot to switch the hole. Come on. Give me a moment! Yes! Sorry about that, my dad was asking for stuff off me. Oh, and I forgot to switch over. Character development. Like, I would have good ideas of how I would like my characters to be in my head, but when it comes to personality and all that stuff that really shows through on a character, I'm just clueless. But I like the idea of Goro showing that he knows what it means to be still trying to search for one of means to actually be strong. And he thought he could show off that he is the strongest hunter in his village if he goes after the dark genie. I mean, that's why Goro, for himself, decided to go with Torn to fight the dark genie, not because his father asked him to, but because he wanted to prove to himself that he is his father's son, that proves to the village that he is the strongest in the village. And that's pretty much all I have for it. I think that should be enough for me rambling for now, so let's just get back to the game until we hit the next floor. But adding to his personality of being a lone hunter, since he's been alone for quite a long while, ever since his father went after the killer snake. And I think still thinks he would have wanted to say to his father, but never had the chance to, you know? I mean, we all have those moments where we say something to people we care for, whether it be friends or family, and there are just points of time where we just regret saying those things and wish we can make up for it, but it ends up being too late. I mean, you can't really change the past. Take back what you said. Which is what actually can do that, but sometimes when you do say something like that, it really hurts the other individual to the point that would never talk to you again. And that's just really sad. And another thing they should have added with the game is like some backstory for the characters. What were they doing before all this went down? Like, add some moments in there where we can actually see their story before all this happened. Like, what were they doing? What drove them to be what they wanted to be? And I don't know how, like, I would have loved to see... Sorry, my dad is yelling again. I'm not going to go into details what's happening. Hopefully my microphone doesn't pick that up. But yeah, a bit harder to record in when I'm going to mute the microphone, guys, because I don't want you guys to hear this, because I don't want to get demonetized. So I'll be back as soon as the yelling stops. Okay, so I know that, folks. No, it was should have turned it off earlier, but my dad was just going on and on and on. I didn't know when it was going to stop. I'm not going to go into details of why he was yelling like that, so let's just leave it at that. Anyway, personality, as I was saying before, definitely should have some backstory about these characters. I mean, I know Zhao was still a cat, but exactly what was she doing before she... How did she end up in the Divine Beast Cave? Because I'm pretty sure the villagers don't just go down there. Yeah. And exactly, because if that's the case, then when did Zhao go down to the cave, and how long has she been down there? That's my only question. And what was she doing down there all the time? She must have been lonely down there. And Goro, just how long has he been by himself when his father went to face the white kite that would kill a snake? That's exactly how long has he been lonely. And with Ruby, how exactly did King find Ruby's lamp and all that? Because I very much doubt that King was always the rich man that we saw him in the game. I think he pretty much got his wealth from like Ruby and all that. And the fact that the other people called Ruby like King's wife, are they really engaged, or is that something that King called her, like a title, what King called her to hide the fact that she's a genie? And Gaga, I don't know what kind of background story I want for. Oh, hey, Mr. Happy Clown. What kind of background story I want from Gaga. I haven't really got much for it because everything we need to know about him was pretty much told. How he fell in love with that girl, and I really don't know. But Osmond, like, how did he become the leader of the moon people on Yellow Drops? I mean, Genius did show they're dead and all that, but and also, when did they find out that the Dark Genie was attacking Blue Terror? When did that happen? Because I would love to know that. All the background stories. But anyway, as for back to the personalities of characters, Ruby here, I don't know what to make of her because we know she can have a bit of a short temper if you make her mad, as we see in King and I think it was it Jack or Jake? One of the two. Because with King and his cronies, along with I think it was Jake, I can't remember, this guy that owned the weapon shop back in Queens, we saw that he was pretty scared of Ruby when he refused to give us a reward for rebuilding his shop. So yeah, well, that's what personality wise, I don't know if he likes to flirt around with the main character or something. I don't know, because you hardly get to know these characters if what their personality is really like, if you don't really show that much of it. Which is why I say this game still has so much potential for a remake. It definitely has it. But like in some instances when Torrance talks to other people, she does get a bit mad and, well, you better be out of the way. Okay, let's get this last room and then we'll head on to the next floor with Ungaga. And hopefully I can actually do some damage in there. Okay. Crystal. Okay, back to this. And we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. Speaking of, oh, wrong button. Does Ruby have any other rings? Oh yeah, she has these two. Right, let's head to the next floor and we'll start talking a bit more about Ungaga here. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. Okay, to the next floor. Yep, microphone's unmuted. One moment please, guys. Okay, sorry, I had to check to see if the recording's still going. Because I just don't trust myself anymore. Okay, I'll definitely be near Holy here. Oh. Crying out loud. Stop! I hate these guys. Oh, they're right. I was poison. But at least in case we want to get out of there quickly, we got the blockheads. Now, where was... Oh, yeah. Ungaga. I know he considers him... He's a very strong... One of the strongest desert warriors in the tribe. But personality-wise, I think he was more always the, I wouldn't say strong silent type, but it's just the way he talked was completely different to that of the other villagers. But that doesn't mean it's like stupid or anything. He just has a, like, he does have a way with words, just doesn't really use it all that much. Hate these things. Like, he is smart in his own right, but he's just his whole life he's followed the way of the warrior. Sorry. His whole life he's been devoted to following the way of the warrior and all that to protect his home, his village. But on top of that, it's like the Scorpion tribe, who are they? We don't really know anything about them other than what was told, that they are the mortal enemy of the desert people, and that they used to be one tribe, I believe they said, but they had different ideals, different ways of life they want to follow. Like, has Ungaga ever fought anyone from the Scorpion tribe? I'm just burning for repair powders here, and that's mostly due to Alexander's fault. And I don't mean anyone who's named Alexander, mind you. I'm talking about those damn floating heads. Damn. Now, when was I in a conversation? The Scorpion tribe, yeah, that's right. We don't really know if N'Gargo ever fought anyone from the Scorpion tribe, because the only person we know who is from the Scorpion tribe was that guy in the prison cell. I believe he was a prisoner of war, right? Are the desert people, like, I know they still hate each other, but are the desert people and the Scorpion, or Desert War and Scorpion War, are still at war with each other? And they're still fighting, because I don't know, I'm just rambling, sorry. Soap. I think I better just use a stamina drink here, because otherwise I'm going to be going through all the repair powders and not have enough. Really want to play this game with me, don't ya? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think of something else to talk about with N'Gargo, and I'm pretty clueless. Oh, come on. There. Really hate these things. $5, that's a King Mimic. Yep. Last corner session had a King Mimic. Third one on this one. Ooh. And that's, I think I might be able to show you guys the final form for the Mirage. The final step for the Mirage here, because I know there's two ups you can get from the Mirage, but I'm just going to be showing you one of them. Need to be careful. Or better, yeah, I got these holy gems, I might as well use them. Okay, that hardly did anything. Okay. Okay, we've got a fire gem here. Arrive 6 is ready to upgrade. I might as well put something in here, like, we don't need speed for them, but a couple of endurance gems. Why not? Upgrade. And finally build up into Hercules' Wrath. Hercules' Wrath. Legendary lance with dreadful destructive power. If it was wielded by Hercules himself, I wouldn't be surprised. And that takes out all the enemies. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just trying to pick up that coin, guys. Okay, let's... Could I use that earlier? Yeah. Let's get out of here. But before then, I might as well quickly repair the weapons. I'm not doing it later on. Well, in case I forget. Because knowing me, I'm very forgetful. And that is pretty much the final weapon. Guys, final weapons you can get. I will be showing off the Barbale Spear, I think that's what it's called. I just gonna need to do a lot of grinding to get all the gems needed. So I'll probably need to go to the sunken ship, since that's one of the best ways to get those get into the back floors. Okay, to the next floor, please. Osmond. Okay, now I'm gonna be. Now I said this before, but with Osmond, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna break down the swallow here and put it into a synth sphere, so it can actually put it into the weapon that was actually meant to be the next form for. I was going for this. The D-Force or something. Let me just quickly look. D-Crusher, that's it. Now, talking about Osmond here, his personality, I know he's an inventor, so he's what I like to call a smart aleck. Like, he knows what's right, knows everything's right, and most of the time he is right, but like right calculations, how things should be done. Like, I know we're getting pretty late in the game, but I think there should have been some instances like they do a remake, like showing off Osmond as he like say he's wanting Torn's journey, like, so he knows everything that's going on and all that. And like I said, he's a bit of a smarty pants. So huge ego, thinks he can solve everything through the power of science. What the? 1 sec, please, guys. Sorry about that, guys. It turns out someone tried to scam me, saying that I had an Amazon account, which in fact I do not. 1 sec, please. Sorry about that, I was talking to my dad. I'm just hating these scam callers saying they're from Amazon, saying my account is like, saying that I owe some like little sites. Anyway, speaking of Osmond again, he what was I? Bit of a smarty pants. Yeah, so he comes up with like different crazy inventions and all that, and they do like wonders, even they do seem a bit weird, but we get them pretty late in the game, so if we want to know more about Osmond and stuff, I say like do some cutscenes, like he's actually watching us from a yellow drop, watching Torn's journey, so he knows what's going on, while at the same time he's doing one from the Sun Giant. And like, say for example, just before we reach where the moon ship is, we like they're taking the Sun Giant out for their test flight, but then it started breaking apart. And that's another thing. Why did it break apart? Well, we know it's because of the magical gem they were using before wasn't strong enough. So never mind about that. Repair powder, thank you. Come on. Stop it. Some enemies are just real trolls, but they're just wrong damage. That's you taking it down. And one more space there. But yeah, again, doesn't really. Smarty Pants knows what's going on, thinks she knows everything, yada yada yada. But when something does go wrong and he doesn't have the answer, he's really distraught, like kneeling on the ground, just depressed. You know, you've seen these in this and stuff. They think they're the brightest guy in the room, but sometimes they end up wrong. And I am not talking like Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. Oh no. He's much better than that. Okay, let us leave the dungeon here. And 1 second. Guys, I had to make sure the recording was still going because now I'm just getting paranoid. And that is going to be it for today's episode. Tomorrow we will be recording. I will be recording the finale of this. Then afterwards, I'm going to be doing a lot of grinding to build up all these weapons and get them going. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button and show your support for the channel. And thank you very much. That's it going to be for today. I hope you all have a good day. Take care and drive safely, people. Bye-bye.